Still my favorite movie of all time. Perhaps Christopher Nolan's best movie ever. This movie, if you love magic, like magicians, magic tricks, if you love Christopher Nolan, if you love Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, Scarlett Johansson, Michael Caine, you'll love this movie. Hey, it even has David Bowie in it. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Review over for all of you that have just left. For the rest of y'all, let's get into it. Did you guys know the word prestige is actually supposed to mean trick, or in Latin, I can't say the exact word, but it's supposed to mean illusion? Just so you guys know. For those of you who don't know what this movie is about, this movie is about obsession. That's the big key word here. Hugh Jackman's character, Christian Bale's character, they are both obsessed with their craft. They want to be really good magicians, and they want to do pretty much anything they can to become so. They start off as friends. They start off as partners, basically, working together, kind of under the guidance of Michael Caine's character. Something big happens, and basically rips them apart. They become mortal enemies rather than best friends. What does this mean? Their obsession turns into competition. They try all kind of ways to one-up each other, any way they can think, until Christian Bale's character finds a trick that tops every other magician out there. It's something that really upsets and even drives Hugh Jackman's character into even further obsession. The transported man. Basically, Christian Bale's character moves from one door, throwing a ball, bouncing the ball, and ends up on the other side of the stage through another door and catches the ball. Scarlett Johansson plays an interesting character here. She plays the assistant to Hugh Jackman's character, but at some point in the movie, he asks her to basically, without ruining too much, kind of be a double agent to Mr. Christian Bale's character. Very interesting, I'll say, relationship triangle between the three of them. Fantastic performances by everybody in this movie. There's a lot of cool thoughts and ideas about magic in general. There's a scene in the movie, a collection of scenes really, where when Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman are still friends, they see an elder magician performing a fishbowl trick. Basically, he just makes this giant fishbowl appear out of nowhere, and they're trying to figure out how he does it. And I won't ruin how he does it, but it shows dedication and, again, obsession to the craft. This movie is definitely told more through Hugh Jackman's perspective. Christian Bale's perspective is definitely very important here, but you need to see it from Hugh Jackman's perspective first to really kind of be put in a sense of mystery. Christian Bale's got the secrets, Hugh Jackman doesn't, at least throughout a lot of this film. Then something happens. He meets an individual that opens him up to I'll call it a new sort of type of magic, if that makes sense. Definitely a cautionary tale here, just showing, hey, you can indeed go too far, even if it's revenge. Hugh Jackman's character definitely does feel wronged by Christian Bale's character in more than one sense. Is he? Is he actually been wronged by him? You watch the movie, you let me know what you think. I'll say one thing, Hugh Jackman definitely goes too far, I would say. Overall, a fun, beautiful movie. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it. If you have, let me know what you think. Now I'm going to get into some spoilers here. So, the big thing, the big wronging moment, Hugh Jackman's wife, Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, they're all magicians and magicians' assistants and whatnot. They all work as a team, right, in the beginning, under Michael Caine's character. One trick they like to do a lot was having her tied up while basically in this water tank. The whole idea is she's supposed to be able to escape in time without drowning. Christian Bale's character and Hugh Jackman's wife may or may not have had a conversation about using a more dangerous kind of rope just to make it look more visually interesting, more, appealing to the audience. Hugh Jackman's character didn't want any part of that. He didn't want his wife to accidentally die. Guess what happens? There's such a hatred coming from Hugh Jackman here. It permeates to the rest of the movie, and it gets worse and worse and worse as time goes on. I understand his hatred, meaning if that was me, I would probably feel similarly. But what I like about watching films like this is it does show you, hey man, you should probably not get too far ahead of that without ruining too much. The trick itself's really cool too. The transported man, how they explain how Christian Bale does it is really cool. seeing what Hugh Jackman does to eventually, what you want to say, one up that trick is even crazier and even cooler. Uh, it shows such obsession. I'm gonna talk about it in a few moments. So if you guys want to bounce out now, go for it. Okay, this is big time spoiler moment right here. So if you guys, again, last warning, I'm just gonna say stuff. I'm gonna spill beans here. This transported man trick, it's actually not him being transported. He's a clone. They met Nikola Tesla, who stumbled upon this magic, this actual magic that enables him to actually clone people. Difference is Christian Bale's character only does it once. Hugh Jackman's character does it repeatedly. So every time Christian Bale does a trick, it's just him and his double, just one place and another kind of a thing, and they have to basically lead. They have to be pretend like they're just one person. Hence the dedication and the obsession for them, right? They have to pretend like they're one man, but they're actually now two. Meanwhile, Hugh Jackman's character, what he does is he ends up every time he gets cloned, he sends his original body down into a water tank like the one his wife died in, and and drowns that original, and then the clone just comes out. It's just one guy. You hear what I'm saying? The level of obsession. I really wanted to talk about this part. I couldn't do that. I don't know about you guys, but that's too. Hugh Jackman's trick, of course, is bigger and better, and it kind of puts him in a place where he can really screw over Christian Bale's character. I'm curious what you all think. What do you think about that kind of a level of obsession? It's a fun topic to kind of chew around. Would you go that far for a really good trick? You know what I mean? Would you go that far for that amount of fame, that amount of revenge? I know I wouldn't, but I want to hear your thoughts. All right, I'll leave it at that. Let me know what you think. And again, have a good Sunday.